Hey friends, welcome back to the Captain Cortex Cortexual Vlog, or whatever you wish to call it, my little slice of the internet for which I get to be expressive and free of my own judgments in a sense. Yeah, this is the second time I've done this vlog. I did the first time and I was using OBS, but I guess I had the encoding up too high, and I'm on my laptop right now, which is in the corner of my little corner desk, so now I have to be like right up here just to even use it. Because of that, my face is obviously like cut right there, so I can just move that up a little bit. So either way, we're nice, close, and personal today, as well as the mic is fixed. I had it I'm an idiot. I don't know what I was thinking last time I did my blog, but I was using a program. It was Logitech's little capture. It was like quick capture, and I was like, okay, well, it combines the obviously the camera quality with like 720p, and it adds it to the audio. But two things went wrong. One, the microphone was backwards. I always assume, like, when you have this microphone that has a stand like this is the Yeti, that like it does this, like it aims towards you. That's not the case. In fact, this is the front of it, and you're supposed to like have R2D2 here staring at you, and that's why I call him. He's my little R2D2, because it just looks like an R2D2. Like, if this was him standing up, this would be him like roving around. You can see it. I don't know how much you heard of that. I accidentally muted the mic. Sorry about that. It's the only thing I don't like about it. It has a button right there. Rather, it's fixed, and it shouldn't sound like shit this time. I mean, the camera quality is a lot, like, it's condensed. It's like 800 by 600 instead of the 720 it was at. But that's just because with the confined space on top of like the quality of the encoding for my laptop, it just doesn't handle it. And I would be streaming actually right now, but I can't, because instead I got home from a very busy day, and I filmed the XCOM Let's Play, like the next part of it, which was actually a lot of fun, and it's currently right now on the other computer encoding, or not encoding, exporting, sorry. And that takes longer, considering it's a 40-minute video, because you can't play XCOM and not record anything less than a 30-minute video. And I almost hit the 30 mark, but I was like, one more mission. And because of that, now it's 40 minutes as well, just like the last one was, which some people are like, oh, it's 40 minutes. I don't watch a 40-minute playthrough. However, if I did 10-minute segments of the XCOM Let's Play, then I'd have over like 80 videos. I would rather do like 6 40 minutes instead of like a million 10 minutes, which, sure, that's content, but I'm not doing it just because I want to put content on there. I want to put awesome stuff. And with XCOM, it's one of those series you can really just watch. You can really just watch it for 40 minutes, because it's just, RTS in a sense. So either way, I've had a interesting day in the sense that it was not what I planned to happen. I'm starting to notice this. I have these planned days, but they don't go off the way I want them to. For example, like this morning I woke up at 6 a.m., went to bed at 2 last night, woke up at 6 a.m.-ish today, and I immediately, started working on my stuff and whatnot, but my roommate had been up all night. No joke, 24 hours all night, mainly because he ate Taco Bell really late, and then he had Sunkist or whatever, and he was just like, I'm wide awake. And because of that, he stayed up most of the night, all the night really. And so he conversated with me at 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. We talked about like all these things that were just like pumping through his head all night long. Because apparently, like, he had this idea for a new case, because he's a big Sunkist person. He's gonna make a case kind of modeled after Sunkist, like take the paint off it, paint it, orange and blue, and you even get like the logo on the side because he's crazy and all that stuff. So there's that. So I gotta wake up to creative ideas today. And so after he took a nap, I wrote an article about, it was like members only for nilocortex.com, and it was a little streaming guide, like a little kit, a guide kit that was like everything you need to start streaming right now, and included like hex chat and stream tip alert notification, OBS and all that stuff. So pretty good thing, and I got that up, so that was productive. And then after that, they're all like, let's go to Micro Center, and I'm like, okay. And if you don't know what Micro Center is, it's a giant tech shop. It's essentially all the tech needs you could ever want. It has like PC, Mac, it has processors, computer cases. It's the techie's dream shop, really. If you want something, here's where you go. And it's about a 30-minute drive, 25 to 30 minute. We went with a friend of ours, but we went under the impression that when you buy CPUs, especially from a place like Micro Center, who sells them cheaper than most places, that a lot of resellers come in. They're like, we want all your power, all your CPUs. They buy them and then they sell them, elsewhere for, and make a profit out of it. So that being said, John brought both of us. One, because he couldn't drive. He's been past the 18-hour mark, which is considered not sober. And he brought us as so we could say we're from different households, even though we're roommates. He brought us so we could say for different households. So when we bought them, we'd have to worry about the whole reseller thing. Luckily, that's not the case. As long as you can kind of prove you're not a reseller and all that stuff, and you buy stuff with it, because that's how Microsoft does make its money. So we went there and we got all that stuff, but not after staying for 2 hours just walking around the store. And one of the cool things was they had what's it called? A 3D printer. They had the MakerBot 3D printer and like a 3D X Rotor, some competitive company one for like $1,000, and the MakerBot was $1,000 or $2,000. And it was like super cool. It was actually making stuff in the store. They just had it on autopilot and just said go. And so it made like this cool little ball, and then it made like a wrench with an active moving part in it that actually had power to it. Also, it ended up making a lower jawbone of like a dinosaur. So it was like this big old triangle that had at first it just had a triangle, and then after an hour it had like a gum line, and after an hour after that it had actual teeth. But then like 5 minutes after I'd seen it and I came back, it was gone. So I don't know if somebody like stole it, or an employee's like fuck yes, or if the store was like, all right, that's cool, or putting it on display. So either way, so I got to see that today, and that's exciting, just seeing that type of technology in public, just to actually see the just to see it, I guess. I don't know. But it gives you a lot of ideas too, like things you could start an Etsy shop with. You can make like cell phone gadgets or whatever, or even like just parts to whatever. I mean, even drill bits. Like you could make the drill bits for your screwdriver set or whatever, which you got from this Micro Center. I'm gonna get my water real quick. There we go. But either way, it was like I said, super awesome, and I've never seen one in person before. So just to watch it actually like spin the thread and like ink it down with the heat and all that stuff, it was super awesome. But yeah, so we did that, and then we went to Chick-fil-A, and then we came back, and they're all watching the game. I guess what, USA versus Brazil or something like that. I don't know. I'm not big into sports in that case. I really could care less, honestly, and to a certain just method of perspective, I often see it as a distraction, as well as a way to fill an inner need of being like having a mascot who is like your masculinity transposed and like living by proxy of their wins. One of those things. It's a very long argument. Rather, I'm very opinionated myself, but not in a very open way. If there's better perspectives, I try to adapt what I can. But yeah, so I'm just not interested. Like, if it's not skating or parkour or some type of sport you don't see on the news, then I do not care. I would rather watch parkour, or what I did do is came back and I finished up the Dodger and Dazzle or something like that. Funny, very funny video. I've been a fan of Dodger forever, so just she kind of inspired all this too, as well as Cinematives Ken and a whole bunch of other vloggers I know about. So either way, so it's been pretty exciting, and I had my coffee then. I'm not like most people when it comes to coffee. I will sip one cup of coffee for close to like 9 hours. As in, I got it at 10 o'clock this morning, and I didn't finish it until 4 p.m. this evening. And it tastes good to me. Like, even when it's cold, I'm like, all right, I got fucking coffee left. Yes! So it's pretty good. So needless to say, I'm still somewhat hyper and riding that wave. And I did finish it earlier than I thought I would. But that being said, I got the articles finished. I fell behind on everything else because I went on this little tour. But it was fun, so it was worth it. And then, oh my god, I'm getting really pissed off at this guy on eBay. I sold him the Oculus Rift, right? I just mentioned it in the last video. Sold it to him on like the 14th. And he at one point, like a week later, is like, I kind of want a refund. It's not working. It's not doing this. And I've sent him over like 10 messages asking, what's wrong with it? When you hit the power button, what is it? What do you see? Because something pops up on the screen. Doesn't reply to any of those. All he replies to is, I want a refund. It's not what you said it is. I want a refund. But he won't give any reason. None. At one point he said like, it's the video adapter. I tried yours, it's the video adapter. And again, if you hold the power button, something still shows up on screen. So there's something there. Talk to me. Nope. He won't even read my messages, it seems like. And I was like, I just want a refund, dude. It's not the product I wanted, or blah blah blah. And it's just very upsetting and frustrating, because again, it's been 2.5 weeks, and you've barely replied to any of my messages. And when you do, it's not even like a fucking full sentence. Sorry for the language, but it's just frustrating. So, you know, $400, I could have gotten that device back a lot sooner, and I could have already sold it by now. But no, he's taking his sweet time, and my profile says no refunds, because at this point, there's no legitimate claim. He hasn't told me anything that's actually wrong with it. Rather, the thing is, like, I've read online before that, you know, because people are interested in the Oculus Rift, they'll go on eBay and be like, I'll bid, I'll buy it, and then like a week later be like, I want a refund, and then they make up some bullshit excuse why they're gonna give it back, and then the person gets it and like, it works just fine. However, that person got to rent an Oculus Rift for free, and it's total bullshit. It's more like, how about you buy it from me, and when you're done renting it, you sell it yourself, because I'm not gonna give you $400 back for a product that works probably perfectly fine until you can give me legitimate evidence. So I'm curious how this will go, but it's just kind of crap, because military is late paying me, my job's late paying me, and this guy's trying to pull his money back. So I'm like, really? I need something, people. I can't. I'm gonna just go sell my kidney. That'll work, you know. Rather, I work really hard every single day just to make sure I don't have these issues. So hopefully things play out. But all right, my friends, I'm going to go ahead and wait for that video to be done in 24 minutes for exporting, so I can upload it to YouTube. And then when it's up on YouTube, and hopefully this video as well, I'll start my streaming probably closer to 7 or 8 o'clock tonight. But I guess we'll find out, right? I'm curious if I could obviously stream more. Not stream more. Make more YouTube and make that bigger. Because a lot of big YouTubers, they don't stream every day. They stream like every other day. They like let their YouTube audience get big, and then they bring the YouTube over to the stream, which is just like instant, you know, 10K people or whatever. Not to say you know, I'm that big, because I rarely got 45 or 50 or whatever. But you know, I just see, like, to us who have streamed every day for the past like 3 months, it just feels like that's cheating. Like, you just want to be like, I call hacks, because we work really hard for our audience, and all they have to do is just show up. Like PewDiePie showed up and instantly 22,000 people, and you're like, what the fuck? Where it took me, you know, 3 or 4 months to even get 600 people. So either way, I've been thinking back and forth on it, maybe streaming like 3 times a week instead of daily, or maybe once a week if I could you know, get YouTube to go more. But then again, like, I'm such a workaholic, I would love to be making YouTube video a day, 2 articles, a podcast, and then stream. Like, that's just who I am. But either way, I'll go ahead and leave it there for this gets too long. But thank you for listening to me. I'm not sure if I'm full over my sickness. My throat still keeps getting raspy, but alright, friends, I appreciate everything. Thank you for chilling out with me, and I will catch you tomorrow. Captain Cortex, out.